Alright, welcome everyone. Sorry for the slightly late start today. I misjudged how much time it would take me to get set up. So, just getting into the game here. This is the first time in a while, I think, that we've started the stream off with an actual run that exists. So let's see, we've got this one, which is, yeah, 4 days survived, so we're on day 5. Well, let's jump right in. I have a feeling this is going to be a little bit nerve-wracking for the first 10 minutes or so. Let's actually use a different torch. It's got to get used to the no damage playstyle. So I think the plan is to... Yeah, it's pretty early in the evening. We're just going to head straight down to the farm. So let's heat up some teas. I've got the flask to experiment with now. So I was thinking a little bit, it almost feels like I'm behind schedule because I haven't gotten my maple saplings or the cured gut. I haven't gotten that stuff started. Hey Tony, welcome in. Yep, back on the grind. I don't have a ton of fuel. Guess let's burn this. I don't really need to be here for long, just long enough to heat up some teas. Let's also cook. I think I want to make a bunch of reishi? Probably. Get a bunch of reishi heated up. That's all I have right now. Heat this one up. I don't need that many teas just to run down to the farm real quick. Okay, let's see. Hacksaw, hammer, tools. We're at 32. How much water am I carrying? Okay, so given everything I have right now, I can drop the water to get underweight for the rope tomorrow. That shouldn't be an issue. Maybe I should have heated one of these up. Can I have some potatoes or something as well? I must have already cooked those. Okay, let's get all these reishis. Just 3 it looks like. Get those in the thermos. I guess we'll use a coffee, because I didn't heat anything else up. I forgot to heat that up. I just want to go. Hey, APM. Welcome in. I'm a little bit rusty. Gotta get back into this. It's such a weird way to play. Like, just knowing that any small mistake can just suddenly end the run. Yeah, we're gonna immediately drink some of this coffee. And I think I'm gonna do some running just because it's late and fairly cold. And we have the coffee buff anyway. I want to make sure I have plenty of time to get down there. We have to find the, to either light a fire at the fire barrel, or we have to just go ahead and start, we have to find the key in one of the locations. Okay, so there's a pry bar. I guess I'll grab these and have some sorting to do, because now we're pretty overweight. Alright, let's just, Use a tea. I don't want to drink all this coffee. I gotta get better at this whole thing. Transferring drinks out of here. It takes so long. Okay, just drink that. That was only a partial, but it still should give me a significant amount. And then, should we drop down to the river and follow that for a bit? Maybe find some cattails. Yeah, I think the way I'll use the thermos is anytime I'm taking a trip where I'm not really confident that my non-thermos teas will be enough to get me there, that's when I'll rely on the thermos. Okay, so we're absolutely going to use another reishi from the thermos. No question about that. Not heating up that other tea was probably a big mistake. I should have made a bunch of the herbal teas, maybe. Yeah, I honestly think what they should have done was completely rebalanced the teas when they released
carry much more.
The thermos. Like, maybe even made it so you have to drink the tea straight out of the can off the fire, unless you have a thermos to put it in. And then just have one tea per thermos, and you can just drink it straight from the wheel. I think that would have been way better. And then they could have just made the teas slightly more powerful if they wanted to help compensate for that. I don't know. Maybe they were afraid to rock the boat too much by making a big change like that, but I think it would have been good for the game. Well, this is my last tea, so we're probably just going to go make a fire, just to be safe. I could try to throw... let's just go. I was thinking about throwing those coffees in the thermos, but they're probably already mostly cold anyway. Yeah, we have to just get over there. I'm going to go start a fire in the barrel, because we kind of ran out of time to do anything. Oh, let's get a maple. I guess I'll take both, because I'm not going to be back over this way. Okay, that's good to have that out of the way. It's still hot. Let's drink it. And a little more warmth. Oh, that didn't do anything. I'm not even sure. I think it probably got cold. Are we going to make it? I have accelerant. I'm so slow. I hate to do this, but I think we just have to do it here. I'm out of energy. Yeah, we just got to start the fire right here. Crazy how cold it got. I'll do one attempt without accelerant, and then we'll just use accelerant. I don't know why I took this risk. It takes so long. Should have just used the accelerant.
My fingers feel numb.
I got all the gunpowder. Looks like it's going to work out in my favor. Burn a coal. Few sticks. Got a lot of cedar. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Another coal? I don't think that's going to help any. Think we'll be okay. Yeah. That was really close to being bad. Yeah, I think I needed that coal. Feels like 17 next to a 45-degree fire, so it was like negative 33 or something. Hey, Monk. We are about 4 days into a no-damage run. So I've got a second while I warm up here. Let me just open the journal. We have our condition at 100% to 100% down here. And then it jumps to 105 when we get the well-fed buff. And we've maintained that. So just went through Pleasant Valley into Mystery Lake. And then Milton, we got some pretty decent clothes. And I've got my hammer and hacksaw, so we're planning to go forge. Well, the first affliction kicks in after 24 hours, so we got that. The next affliction, I want to say, kicks in around day 6. And that's going to really influence the rest of the run. Because if we get something like Haunted Mind, which essentially does nothing, then it'll make things a lot easier. But if we get Rigid Bones or Rheumatic Joints, those are both pretty bad. Let me see if I have another... I guess I could be making some herbal teas. Just to make sure I have something. Let's go ahead and put these down. I could actually make some of those coffees too, so I have more than one coffee on me. Oh yeah, I've got so many mushrooms. We gotta get all those cooked up and into the thermos. Make another coffee. Do I have one that's lower? They all say they'll be 100%, so I guess it doesn't matter that much. I guess for right now, since I have so many of them, let's put herbal teas in here. I mean, this is kind of a waste of time, right? Because we're going into the farmhouse after this. So, I'm gonna have to get better at, figuring out when I need to actually stock the thermos versus when I can just kind of play normally. Okay, let's make one more batch of something. I need some, like... I guess that's it for the herbal teas. I guess I'll make another coffee. We're pretty much warm now. Let me just take a look over here, see if there were any more resources that I could have gathered. Probably some more cattails right in this little blade. Or rose hips or something, maybe? I guess not. Alright, well I threw away a ton of my temperature doing that. We got so much coffee. Let's just drink a coffee. And we've got these. Try to get a slightly better torch out of here. A couple of them. I think I just need to get inside. It's gonna be so cold soon. Okay, we're not quite warm, but we'll just drink teas if we need to. Really glad to have the maple. If I could get some rabbits tonight and go ahead and get stuff started curing. I do still need the birch bark. Okay, let's go check that truck last. They're not in here. I'm not going to worry about looting any of this right now. Not in here, so we're going to take a second at this. So let's go ahead and I think I will grab one of these out. Just because I don't want to waste my coffee right now. Man, we just got to move. It's getting so cold. And I'm just drinking all these teas when I'm not even doing anything. Nothing back here? Okay, so it's in the last spot. It's at the truck. I think I have to go ahead and make all those mushroom teas before we next move because I'm just so slow. We need to head towards the house. Okay, at least... Oh, he's gonna be a pain about it, isn't he? Let's just get rid of him. Okay.
Man, this pack is getting kind of heavy.
I think I'll just loot everything and we can sort through all of it in the morning. More leather there. I've already got a pretty good stock though.
This'll come in handy.
Don't need another hat. Although I don't know, that might be better than the one that I am using now. So many books. I think I'll just leave those there. I'm not going to be able to carry those with me down the rope. I've already got quite a few. There's more in there. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? I was gonna figure out what I was gonna do as far as, because I think I had some porridge. I wonder if it's here. Oh well, we're gonna have some potatoes. It'd be nice to have some extra food and health buffs. So does that mean there isn't... There isn't flour and oil here? I guess I had to bring it from Grandmother's if I wanted it. Oops, that's not what I meant to do, but we'll go ahead and swap it out.
Looks like this has been here a while.
So still no can opener. Already looted that. Okay, so I think we just have the office left. Assuming there's no... Okay, so there's no flour, no oil, and no... What's here? Be barren. Yeah, there is a storm lantern. Not that that really matters, I'll probably just leave it here. Got the potatoes. And I think we pretty much cleaned this pantry out. Okay. Anything under here? Nope. Well, I was hoping I'd find another nice clothing item here, but apparently we aren't going to get that. Alright, I got a lot of chores to do. I want to prep all the mushrooms tonight. I think we'll just go stand in this bed, or next to this bed in the dark. If there's anything under the bed. Yeah, I guess we got some clothing spawns, we just didn't get the high tier stuff. Alright, double checking that I have enough water. Looks like we're good there. Do need quite a bit of sleep. I think we'll leave it at that. Maybe do a little bit more cleanup here. So there's going to be metal at the forge, and I don't want to over-prepare because any metal I bring now might actually leave the pry bar here because that's a full kilo, unless I want to harvest it for metal. That's probably too much weight to carry down the rope. I don't need to carry all these sewing kits either. Alright, I'm just going to leave stuff sort of haphazardly on the floor here. Flares are going to be pretty valuable, but I use them so rarely. I think I'll leave one here. Wow, my weight is 39.25 right now. Probably eat this. In fact, I think I'm not even going to bother with the cooking skill point. Just eat it right now. Take the calorie loss on that as well. This we can never eat because it's not safe. No, Monk, it's not risky. All the canned food, except for sardines, if you count that, they're completely safe at 21% and above. You kind of have to know that if you want to attempt this, because like you have to know where the cutoffs are, because if I get food poisoning once, it's instantly game over. So, go ahead and have one of these. Alright. No point in sleeping for long periods. Let's put 4 hours in and see where we stand. Oh, I'm stuck. How did this stuff end up here? I, like, can't get to the bed. There we go. Okay. Let's put another maybe 2 to 3 hours in. Then if it's nice, I'm going to go ahead and check some stuff outside. I do want to see, I think there's that ptarmigan spawn nearby here. If I remember correctly, I already got 1 ptarmigan's worth of feathers. I'd love to get a couple more feathers. Yeah, I've got those for... Oh, I forgot to... This is what always happens to me. I get these things that are supposed to be useful to go ahead and cure, but then I never do the thing where you, like, drop it for the night, let it cure, and then come back for it. Maybe we'll, like, leave it in a cave in Muskeg while we forage to at least get some progress on it. Okay, let's step outside. I think
I wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
there's a rabbit spawn over here, right? Negative 56, so we're doing all of our thinking inside. The brutal part of this is I have to get down to 30 just to climb the rope. So we're going to be able to pick up tinder down there, so I think we ditch pretty much all the cattail heads. Might carry just a couple. We've got 11 scrap. That's already, 5 and 3 for the hatchet and knife is 8, and then 3. Yeah, so I already have more than I need. So we definitely leave the pry bar here, because it's just not worth it to carry a kilo worth of pry bar. You can leave most of the torches here and craft new ones when we get down there. I don't need to carry 5-seater. Probably want most of the coal. Right, we have all these books. I don't think I need to start a fire yet, so I'm going to leave those here for right now. Put them in the cabinet. And then I'll just grab, like, 2 so I have some on me. Okay, we're already at 32. Leaving the water behind would get me mostly there. And we can probably leave a couple of cedar. Okay, so I think we're getting close to the point that we need to be at. I think I will carry all this food with me. Alright, let's sleep for another hour, and then I'm going to run out and see if I can get some rabbits or a ptarmigan without having to actually start a fire. I think I'm in the really vulnerable part of the run right now. So I need to just take it slow. It's going to be easy to take a hit from the cold here if I'm not careful. Negative 38. I feel like I've seen ptarmigans over here. Be really careful not to scare them away if they are here. This wouldn't be the first time that I've come back here hoping to find ptarmigans and not found them. Okay, so I think that's a bust. We've got to get back inside. It's already... Yeah, we've really got to get back inside. There's rabbits hopping around over there.
The cold is making my head feel thick.
Maybe I don't bother with the rabbits. Maybe I just sleep up and go. I'm thinking if I get those guts, it doesn't really help me because then I have to carry them through Muskeg. I might as well at least try to get closer to the forge before we have to start carrying those guts with us. There's ptarmigan, almost always there's ptarmigan at Marsh Ridge. I think I'm okay waiting until Marsh Ridge and getting my next ptarmigan there. So let's just go ahead and go. So I think I'm going to sleep for 1 more hour, then we'll start a fire and start cooking. Get my stock of teas ready. Now that's the other thing is, do I want to carry... I can carry a pot and salt if I really want to make broth. It's just not really worth it though, is it? To carry all that weight. I don't think it is. Having a pot is nice at the forge because you can make water really simply there. Yeah, I'll decide later. I'll keep them on me for right now. Let's get this fire started. I guess I'll put this down. I just have to remember to take it with me later.
Hope nobody needs this anymore. Come on, little fire.
I think I have too much fuel. That doesn't use up your book, right? Yeah. Oh, I'm out of tinder. Alright, we're gonna have to pick some more up. That would be a really bad thing to forget, actually. I think I should pick up more of that tinder and leave some of the...
Come on,
I think I'm
little
out
fire.
now, right? Yeah, this would be a disaster situation. Also, why am I still carrying that mag lens around? I thought I decided that I was not going to do that. Okay.
Come on, little fire. Oh, yeah. That's a good one.
I guess we can just do this with books. Since we got so many of them. Okay, so we're gonna make a bunch of reishi. Not used to having so much stuff in my inventory. You have to scroll through it. Keep making more. I think it's okay. I think, in a way it's easier than what we already had with the custom settings. Because you still get healing for a long time. But it does get harder later. I don't really have strong feelings about it either way, I guess. Okay, more reishi. And that should be the end of that. So then, I guess we'll make a couple more. That might be all I have to make, yeah. Let's go find my thermos. We're going to have to unload these and transfer these in. Okay, so we'll have 5 reishis and all of this stuff. I think I'll carry all this canned food with me. Because we can open it with a knife once we forge it. It's now just about noon. Trying to decide. I don't think I get much out of these. Yeah, I think I'm just going to leave it as is. Okay, final check. We've got 4 books. We're a little bit over here, but we're going to be able to drop water. Oh, not much water. Okay, so let's leave Maybe a couple of these. And we don't need all those sticks either. Just going to try to get significantly underweight so that I don't have to worry about dropping stuff at the actual location. Alright, I think we're going to go. Did I ever drop anything to cure in here? I don't think so. I'm leaving the pry bar behind. Got my tools. Alright, hope I didn't forget anything. I forgot to harvest these. We'll go ahead and do that. Let's drink a little bit of this herbal tea. Kinda wish I had seen all this stuff before. Could have picked this before we left. Oh my goodness, so many mushrooms. Okay, let's try not to add too much weight. I think I'll leave that other stuff for later. I've got enough now. Probably do a little bit of running. In fact, let's drink a coffee. And that way we can get some running in as well. No mushrooms on these stumps. Oops, got my inventory all messed up here. Go ahead and fix that now. I'd like to have it sorted by condition. Let's finish this off. Yeah, I got my hammer, metal, stuff. I think we're good. So maybe when I stop to get the ptarmigan, I'll also get some rabbits at that little spot. And we can go ahead and get the guts and the maple curing. Hopefully I'll find some... actually, there's usually some saplings. If I want to take a small detour up to that little hidden area up there. Do we want to wait this wind out? Yeah, it's negative 42. I think we just step into the cave for a bit. I'll pick all this up. I think we're going to be too heavy. We're actually warm back here. I do still have the thermos full of teas. What state is that in? Still pretty good, so maybe we can warm up for an hour here and then keep traveling without having to reset everything. We'll see. Get a few cattails. Still sounds windy. Negative 19. Are we still wind sheltered? There we're not. Yeah, negative 38. Alright, let's sleep for one more hour. I hate to do this, because it's already getting pretty late, but I feel like I need to wait this wind out. Yeah, These will still be good to go for another little bit of travel after this. Okay, that sounds good. That sounds really good. Well, let me just make sure that we have, yeah, we have enough to do a little bit. And I think I'm going to immediately just spend a match to light this, because we'll have a little bit of extra warmth. Let's grab our tea out. Drink a little bit. And then I think I'll just keep it out. Yeah. Oh, right. What did I pick up? Some dumb stuff that I shouldn't have, no doubt. Yeah, cedar. Let's just drop 2 of these. Hopefully that's enough. Yeah, okay. Down we go. I could have tried to goat this one, but I just don't really see the point in doing something where if I accidentally mess up, I instantly lose the run. Because I can't take any fall that results in like even 2 points of extra damage, so just gotta be a bit more careful. Alright, so now I have to decide. Do I want to ensure that I get some birch by going up there? There's probably some food up there and some other stuff. A little bit out of the way. Go ahead and drink that. Wonder if I can see from down here. Oh, we can actually get birch bark here for teas, too. Forgot about that. We need to kind of clean this area out for those. I think there's some birch saplings on the low ground, and if there's not, I'll probably find some in Muskeg, so I think we'll pass on going up there. And try to keep moving in the right direction, at least. I need to be getting some running in here. Let's just make sure the moose isn't in town. I think there can be birch saplings back here. Yes, excellent. I mean, even if it's only one, it's a start. It's kind of unfortunate that it's only one. Okay, let's go around this rock. I think there's usually some more stuff. Oh my goodness, so many cattails. Alright. See if we can pull this off. Pull that out and immediately drink it before it gets cold. Hopefully it'll actually give me the buff. That'll be the last one. Yes, we got full warmth. Okay, so we got full warmth and an hour of warming up to work with. That's the last of our teas now, though, so I really need to be careful and realize that I do not have the benefit of the thermos as backup. Well, I guess I'll take it. I think I've got to tone down on my fuel. I'm still in that outer mindset where you got to carry so much fuel with you all the time. But the fact that I have no carry weight and I can go inside places to sleep, like it's just not as necessary to carry all the fuel around. Thought I saw the moose. Looks like we're good. Get down here without taking any damage. Is that the last? No, I got one more. Well, I think we'll just go with the place we know is wind sheltered over here. Start our fire there. Get all the teas warmed up again. Alright, I'll likely clean this place out, but let's just go get the fire started first, just to make sure that we have a safety. There's so many resources. Kind of crazy, actually.
Come on, little fire. Come on.
Well, sticks are the heaviest stuff I've got. Let's throw all of that on there. Let's grab some of this reclaimed. Since it's slightly less good than cedar, in theory. I think I actually do need a little bit of... Uh-oh! Okay. Right, I left every single cooking implement on the Paradise Meadows farm stove. Well, I've got a lot of teas. I can't make any more teas, which is a major problem. So the smart thing to do would probably be to just go back. But I think what I'll do is just go to the forge and make a knife and open my cans. Then we'll have more cans. Could also get lucky and find a can or a pot or something on the way. It's actually a pretty major mistake, but fortunately I'm pretty well equipped for it. I'm going to end up wasting teas to sleep. But I should only need one night's sleep before we get to the forge, if I do things correctly. Alright, I'm just going to warm up here for a second. Day 6. So I think we're expecting that on day 7, at 6 days survived at around just before noon, that's when we'll see what affliction we have. So in about 12, 18 hours, something like that. This is making me doubt my plans. Okay, let's heat up or let's craft some rose hips because they're heavy, unprepared. Definitely don't want to drink any of my water. We'll keep going on teas for quite a while. Okay, let's see what we can grab from this local area. A few more sticks to make the fire nice and warm when we get back to it. Fortunately, thirst levels are pretty low on misery compared to Nogoa, for example. Okay. One more piece of reclaim to throw on here. Let's go ahead and do our homework. Flask, transfer. Oh, we only have 3 of these left? Wait a minute. This is actually a problem, isn't it? Okay, new plan, I think. I think we need to go. They need to make it a long way on not that many teas. So I'm going to go ahead and use these potatoes as teas, and we'll leave when they're done. Gonna stick me here for an hour, which isn't great. Don't suppose there's a pot over here, or a can. Maybe I can get a good clothing repair in, meantime. Just looking for things that'll help me out. Carry weight is okay. Not great, though. Let me see what I can do about that. That could actually use a pretty nice repair. But it's going to be too long at this point. Man, I gotta admit, I'm slightly worried. Normally running out of water is not the end of the world. Okay, I think we cancel the potatoes, because we're nearly ready to go. All of this is ready. Let's go ahead and get the thermos ready. Now I just need to warm up. Yeah, I'm not going to wait 27 minutes for those to be done. I'll just cook them at the next fire. Feels like 16 with a 37-degree fire, so it's negative 21, I think. Ooh, okay. I think the hardest part of this for me is going to be making the right decisions. Oh, I forgot I didn't have any torches too, so I actually have to spend a second. I could have been doing this the whole time. I need torches. Hey, Loons. Welcome in. I finally had a run where I made it past the dam without getting that silly night aurora. I actually ended up sleeping in a snow shelter in that the one cave that's just before the dam. No, I don't think it is. It only happened the one time. To be honest, I'd lost a bunch of runs to just other random stuff. Oh, I left all these rose hips here, but that's fine. We're just gonna get out of here. Let's go ahead and immediately drink a sip of that. Now, I'm not gonna go far out of my way. That's for sure. But I see this birch sapling here. That is gonna bring me up to 6 arrows that I'm gonna be ready to craft. I feel like these always spawn in like groups of 4 to 6, and I've found 2 singletons. So Loons, the excitement now is I just realized I left all my cans and pots on the stove at the farm. So I basically just have the teas that I have on me. And a little bit of water. I need to make it all the way to the forge and forge a knife so that I can open my cans and get cans. So I'm going to be on a little bit of an accelerated timetable compared to my original plan. My original plan was to get ptarmigans on the way, and I'm not even sure that I want to stop for that. I have enough water and tea to spend the night somewhere, so I'm not too concerned. So I think I'm just going to get as far as I can tonight. And normally I'd be tempted to kind of clean this area out for tea ingredients and whatnot, but I already have so many, I just don't have any water or ways to cook them. So we're just going to get moving here.
The sun is setting. It's gonna get a lot colder soon.
I guess I could grab a ptarmigan and take maybe like 1 feather from it. 1 or 2. Just so I have enough to craft one of the installations. Alright, let's drink the herbal. I think I'm going to save the coffees for later. I guess one thing I could do is sip the coffee to get some energy to run. But yeah, we're just going to skip going that way completely. Ordinarily, I'd be like, oh, I want to go grab all the birch bark, but I think... Okay, Loons. No problem. I don't know where the... Oh, the ptarmigans are right there. Okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to make sure that we're set on warmth. So we're going to drink this whole tea. This is such a bad idea. Spending time on this when I've got more pressing matters. But I just can't resist. Alright, we'll drop that in a second. Let's get up here closer. Hopefully I have a stone on me. Let's just check. Stones would be over here. I have 1 stone. Well, that's all you need. If the first stone misses, then they're... Well, that's not always the case. I've actually done the thing where you miss and then you manage to hit one. Oh, come all the way over here, ptarmigan. Okay. Let's drop this. Pull the stone out. I almost want to miss. Okay, you're not doing anything, so I'm just going to throw it at you. Okay, buddy. Now what? I think I just need to keep moving. It's really cold, though. Okay, we're going to take a sip of coffee, and we're going to do some sprinting. Another maple. I honestly don't care. I've already got two. Can deal with that later. Maybe there's a place to set up a fire. This doesn't look too bad up here. Yeah, let's just do this now. That way I can get the ptarmigan out of my inventory. Looks like the wind might be picking up a little bit too. Use some of our gunpowder for this. Want to make sure.
Oh, yeah. That's a good one.
Get some of these heavy pieces of fuel out of the inventory too. Maybe one piece of coal. Get the books. Actually, I haven't been picking up any sticks, so I might just need to throw double coal on here. Okay, let's take this off. Yeah, we're not really warming up. I need to do 2 coal. No can. Wait, do I have a skillet? Because that doesn't show up on the wheel, right? Could have gotten lucky, but no. I don't have a skillet. Oh, this is brutal. Alright, I just need to be done quickly. I think I'm going to throw cedar on. And both of these sticks. And I'll save the books. That should give me enough warmth. Yeah, we're good now. 27 minutes. I should have time to grab one. Oh, we need to get our teas ready as well. So now we're down to just a couple of cups of coffee. And whatever's in here. 2 teas. Okay, I think I have a plan. We're going to reset this. I'm going to make sure all this is not going to burn. We're going to harvest one of these. I think we do a tomato soup since it has a little bit of, well, no. We save that for when we actually need it. Let's do the potatoes. Those are extra teas that I can use for this first leg of the journey. We can get both of those going. Once again, I mistimed it. I actually need to just go now because the weather's good. Yeah, we just go now. Forget the potatoes. We'll do them at the next fire. I think I need to do a better job of preserving these teas, though. Because my concern now is, come on. I need to use like 1 tea per fire, basically. Okay, let's go. Please tell me I can do this without taking damage. Yeah, it looks... Oh, I'm up here on this ledge for some reason. Okay, that looks good. Man, imagine losing to that after all this. I don't think I'm going to stop for anything. Okay, so we'll drink one full reishi, and then we'll stop and have another fire. Hey, Monk. I don't know, did you leave before I realized that I didn't have any cans or anything? I left all my cans and pots on the stove. Because that really threw a wrench in the works. Okay. Gotta remember, I'm getting cold pretty fast right now. I don't think I can afford to make it all the way to the cave. Which means I'm gonna have to start a little fire somewhere. Just gonna go a little bit further and see if it looks possible to make it to that cave. No, it's definitely not possible. Alright, so let's just go up in the corner here. We get warmed up again, warm all the teas, start fresh. I should be using accelerant. I'll do it if this fails. These are just so slow to start and it's so cold right now. I'm losing tons of temperature. At least if it looks like I'm gonna get cold, I can do the teas. Okay, looks like I'm fine. Let's throw one coal on here. We're gonna have to do 2 coal. Now I'm gonna use the potatoes, like I said before. Now I actually need to spend an hour warming up anyway. We'll just leave when those finish. Get rid of that torch. Okay, I got enough torches. Oh, you know what I can do for an hour? That will also help. Let me make sure... Okay, we're gonna heat up these. We're gonna do... I don't think I need to keep this in here anymore. Maybe I will, though. No, I'm just gonna use that. We'll put the coffees in the thermos. Maybe. Okay, 51 minutes. I think this is cancelable, right? Let me just make sure I have enough stuff. Looks good. We're looking at improvised installation. Takes an hour, but I should be able to cancel this. I don't think I need to, though. I think we're good. Now... Oh, I burned my reishi. That's painful. Alright, we'll still be fine. But now we have that, which is really nice. A little bit of extra warmth. Okay, let's go. I think I can make it all the way there, right? The thing is, I do have enough water to spend the night. Because I got nearly full water right now. So maybe we go spend the night. And I've got like 0.6 left. Yeah. And then we can make up the difference if we need to. I think I go straight to the cache to save my fuel. And we'll come down first thing in the morning and forge that knife and get our cans going. So we're all the way over on the west side of the map. I went past the exit for Broken Railroad. And then went up on a little slope to get up here near this fallen radio tower. The only tea I have left, the only hot teas I have left are coffee right now. So we'll see how this goes. And wait a second before swapping out my torch. We might just have to light another fire on the way there. I don't remember exactly how far it is to that cache. It's just up there. Let's go for it. Even if I have to light a fire, I don't mind this. This is where a stim would actually be useful. Because I could stim and get into the bed before I got exhausted. Okay, I think we're more than fine here. It's really not that far up here. Got a deer for later. In fact, if I'm feeling really cheeky, I can come back out here after I lose this wolf and harvest that deer. Get my guts curing. Come on, Pepper Cash. If you're not right here...
Did I say I hate being cold?
Okay, you're right there. I can make it. Ooh. Pretty risky. Okay, so we've got a bed to sleep in. We've got a place to drop all of our stuff. Let's go ahead and do the ingredients here. We've got 2 birch saplings, 2 maple. I really want to go get those 2 guts going as soon as possible. Okay, let's go sleep. I'm gonna sleep for just an hour to start with. 8 plus 3. I'm thinking maybe we can go get that deer. Okay, what's my water situation? 0.34 left. Plus I've got a couple of coffees. I burned that tea, which is really bad. So water is actually slightly problematic. Oh, it's so cold. And windy. Let me see if I can get 1 more hour of sleep and maybe it won't be... Monk, this is Forlorn Muskeg. I'm just above the, just above Spence. So we're just about to forge. Still sounds windy out there. Alright, I think I forget about the deer. Let's just get our sleep. Still got some tomato soup that I can get into for additional thirst if needed. I can also use one of these as a warmth buff in the morning if I need it to get down to the farm. Kind of wish I knew. Maybe there's a better way. Maybe I can goat down to the farm from this side. I bet it's faster. Yeah, I think there is a way to do that. It's so risky to try to make that trip in the morning, though. Let's see where our thirst is. I'm feeling very indecisive right now. Sorry for the waffling. Okay, let's see where this puts me. Almost full. Hey, Fernando. Welcome in. Man, I really messed myself up leaving those cans behind. I still hear a little bit of wind. I'm hoping I'll get a calm period. If a blizzard comes in now, it's going to be brutal, though. I'm going to have to, like, start a fire immediately outside and warm up some stuff while I stay inside. What ended your Pleasant Valley misery run? I mean, all misery runs start in Pleasant Valley, so I'm not sure which one you're talking about. Sounds quiet out. Let's just see. I have full energy. Maybe I can run down there. Okay, yeah, let's just go. I'm gonna go down this way. I'm pretty sure... Let's pull a flare out or something just in case. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we can very quickly come down here. Oh, it's so cold, though. Hopefully this is not thin ice here. I think I can stay up on this rock for a minute, just in case it is. Okay, we're fine. Now, how close are we to the homestead, though? I'm at half temp? I actually can't do this. We gotta start a fire right here, and we gotta do it now. Hopefully I can get into wind shelter. I think this might be the end of the run, actually. It's just so brutal.
I can't feel my feet.
Accelerant, go. We quickly throw 2 coal on here. Is there anything I can do? Nope. I lost. Man, I had to start the fire up at the top. It's just... You get cold so quickly. Only negative 27. So I guess what I needed to do is step out at the top.
Goddamn, freezing.
This is a painful lesson to learn. This far into the run. But I needed to step out at the top. Accelerate a fire. And put my coffee and maybe like a soup down. And go back inside and stay warm while it was warming up. Something very similar to this happened to me at Signal Hill in one of the earlier runs. Yeah, that's it for this run. We lost. I know it's kind of crazy, but like any damage at all instantly ends the run. Yeah, anytime you're staying at an indoor location that doesn't have a place for a fire in it, you get this risk of ending up in a bad situation where Like here, it was a bunch of compounding factors. It was the fact that I needed to deal with my water situation. So I tried to rush things early in the morning. Like normally, we would if this had been a normal situation, I would have just waited. Or like, I don't know, 4 or 5 hours until it was closer to noon and then gone out to travel. Or I don't know, maybe it really was just a matter of I messed up and didn't actually have the setup. Yeah, I really just needed to start that fire up there. It was too far. I think the other thing is, I felt because I was so short on teas, I felt like it might not even be worth it to heat up the teas and then go. Like if I had had like 10 reishi teas, which by the way, I'm sure I have the ingredients for. Yeah, I have the ingredients for 10 reishi and another couple of rosehip teas. Yes, Zach, I am going to start another one. Yeah, the stream hasn't been going for that long. I don't know how long exactly. Looks like an hour and 20 minutes. So I am going to do some more. I guess I should get into that because sometimes it can take a while to get a run started. It's just this run was 7 days. Okay, you know what I will do? Just for fun. We're going to check this. You guys will see what I mean in a second. Oh, that wasn't what I meant. Alright, let's go over here and start a new fire. Should be... Wait, where's Spence? Oh, was that not even it? Oh yeah, I guess it was even further than I realized. Let's just quickly start a new fire here. Just to keep me alive while I do this little experiment.
Perfect. Jeez, this is cold.
There it is. Haunted Mind, the best one. Of course, the run where I lost right there. They also had this bad boy. Would have been nice to have that coat. Well, that stinks. I would have loved to have had a run with Haunted Mind. But yeah, what I was saying before, I think it was partly the psychological effect of because I had left the cans behind, I didn't have all these teas crafted, and so because I didn't have the teas, I didn't play properly. But I could have played properly even with that, because I had all of these teas. So yeah, proper play was to come out, immediately start the fire, and that won't always have to happen. It's just the unique combination of circumstances there. Not having the cans, so I had to move. Not having enough teas, and the fact that I'm so early game that I don't have good clothing yet. All those things put together just caused that mistake to kill me. Okay, let's go ahead and get into a new run here. I don't even know if I have any more pre-screened starts yet. Still up, because I did a bunch of them where I took them and then we just got a blizzard early on. It'd take me a second to get back into the swing of things here, but it looks like this is certainly too windy. Yeah. -30, that's not going to happen. So back to the waiting game here. It usually takes, I don't know, 4 or 5 attempts, maybe up to 10 attempts. We're unlucky to get a start that makes it to the farmhouse. Now that last start was actually unique in that we we found matches at the farmhouse. So I'll be interested to see how a start goes without the matches, because I've got that route planned to go to the barn and to Thompson's. This is just still really cold, isn't it? Like, I know my... Yeah. I'm not really calibrated, but that's definitely cold. No, pre-screen means I literally did a bunch of starts where I ran to the farmhouse, and on the ones where it wasn't so cold that I got cold beforehand, I just made it there. I think for some of them, I did note if I found stuff at the farmhouse. So, like, I would note if I found a sewing kit, or if I found matches, or if I found the mag lens. But the main thing was just getting rid of all this stuff where you just run for the first minute or two to try to get there. This feels warmer. This might be a start. Yeah. My benchmark is kind of, I want to have at least 3/4 of my temp by here. No, you can't make it to the store without... You can barely make it to the farm. And that's if you have really good weather. Like, you have to have warm temps of about -14 without wind. And you have to follow this precise path. And you have to use this toggle sprinting strat where you get more energy out of your sprint. That's the only way that it's even possible to do this. Now, I say it's the only way. You can also go up to Skeeters. But I think you're much less likely to get a successful start out of that. Okay, hopefully we get in some wind shelter here, because we're actually... Yeah, we get a little bit of wind shelter. Slightly warmer. I'm going to stop running, because if there is a wolf nearby... Don't want him to trigger too early. So my goal is to hit this rock up here at about quarter temp, so it looks like I'm actually a little bit behind. We do have a lot of sprints saved up. Well, that wolf got scared of me. That could actually be really bad.
Sure getting cold.
Because he's now directly in my path. Now this might actually be too cold. It must have gotten colder after the start, because there's no way this was too cold. At the start, it looked really good. Might still make it. Alright, I gotta run pretty much from here on out, so I just hope I make it. Might run out of energy at the end, and I got stuck. I hate it when this happens. Like, what is causing this? It literally won't let me step up there.
If I don't warm
Normally you come up and it's just like, up you go. But for whatever reason, sometimes you just get stuck on this step and you can't walk up. Hey, Wolfie. Well, that would have worked, probably. Ah, well, what can you do? So Monk, it did originally, and I actually used that in some of my early runs. I would get the hacksaw. But they changed it. This is way too cold. I seriously doubt that only Even Dark has made it to 500. There was some guy who made it to day 100, like 3 days after the patch. To be honest, Misery I don't think would be that hard, which is why I haven't played an actual, just plain run of it. Oh man, more wind. So I think when it came out, I did like a stream where I spawned in, went to Ash Canyon and possibly the summit. I think I got the backpack, and I either went to the summit or I was about to go up to the summit. And I just kind of lost interest once I found out what the afflictions did, because it didn't seem like it was going to be that impactful. So I started an outer misery run, and that one I took a little bit. Yeah, Dunk, you just missed it. I, I tell me if you want me to spoil what happened. I know you may want to watch it later. Um, but yeah, I made some pretty silly mistakes. Okay, so after what you saw the other day, I went to the farm. I cooked up a bunch of teas, got everything all set up with the thermos, went down to the basin. Let me go ahead and clear out these saves. And at some point down there, I think I was pretty close to the Muskeg entrance, I realized that I had left my pots and cans on the stove at the farm, so I had none. I had 0.61 liters of water and like 8 teas. So I could have gone back for them, but I decided to just go to the forge because I had all that canned food on me. So I thought, okay, I'll just forge a knife and cut open the cans, and then we'll have water. So I made it all the way to the bunker above the forge. Accidentally let one of my reishi teas burn, which was not good. This is too windy to be a real start. And then I slept there overnight, and then in the morning I only had 2 coffees left, and I tried to run down to the forge, and I got cold on the way. It was just way too cold. So I have some thoughts about what I should have done. Kind of talked about that a bit. So I'll know what to do next time, but I really don't want to find myself in that situation again with the no can. So hopefully I won't do something that silly. Yeah, this is looking just slightly too cold. Unfortunate, because we finally got one without wind. Let me just see really quickly if I do have any pre-screen starts. I'm not saying that we'll use them. Okay, I have this one, which is sewing kit, hammer, and maglens. I must have looted, like, a barn. That's the only one I have left. Oh, wait a minute. What is this one? Oh, this is the one where I was going into Timberwolf and it crashed. So we could continue this one at some point. I think I'm just going to try a few more starts. And if I don't get one, we'll pick one of these to continue. And I'll probably end the stream on one of those. To, depending on how it goes. I don't know. I haven't really thought about it. I'm kind of disappointed, to be honest, that I lost the last run. I really thought that that was going to be it, and that I was going to be really careful, and yeah, it was day 7, 6 days survived, and to make matters worse, I lost it just at about the time where the next affliction was going to pop up, and so I just passed time for a few hours to see what it was, and I got Haunted Mind. Which is the absolute best one to get, since it does literally nothing in this mode. Oh, that's obviously not going to work. I don't know if anybody said anything or not. It was, it's hard with the chat lag. I probably decided to move really quickly. Yeah, the stomach one is slightly worse, just because it kind of makes you it makes it harder for you to store food in your stomach, which is actually kind of a useful skill to have, right? Like you can harvest a deer, get a couple of kilos out of it, fill your stomach, and then you don't have to worry about food for quite a while before you hit the next spot up. Okay, this looks like it might be decent. Nope. Game just doesn't want to give me these today. It's like you had your chance. Gave you the perfect start and you wasted it. I think I'm gonna have to come up with some other challenges to intersperse with this. Like some other things to do on stream. I've been meaning to do this beachcombing no animals challenge. Don't know exactly how it'll work. I think I'm going to change it slightly from the versions I've seen. Okay, this is pretty warm. Let's try this. It's not so bad. It's just the start. The start is just kind of annoying, and it's not always like this, right? Like sometimes it's just a few tries and then you get an attempt, and then a few more tries and you get an attempt. But like anything with RNG, sometimes it's like this where you just go 15 attempts and don't get a single start. I think this one is pretty much doomed because let me just see if we get wind shelter here. Yeah, we do, but we're still 3 down. I don't think there's any way. I came this far. I guess I'll run it out. Maybe it suddenly gets a lot warmer. The one thing I've thought about is I could
feel numb.
Slightly loosen the restriction. That my health can't just change, like the numeric value of my health can't change. Because it would make this start slightly easier, and it would make situations where you just get cold for an instant slightly easier. Like here, you can see I'm cold, but if we go look, it might take me too long to find it.
Warming up a bit.
I'm still at 100. Does this change while I'm on this screen? It might not. I think I have to, like, change, yeah. Well, I don't know for sure if I have to change for it to change, but you get, like, a small amount of time, so you could theoretically allow that. That would make stims viable, too. Oh, yeah, it'd make it much easier to cheat exhaustion in that way. Yeah, because you could stim, let yourself get fully exhausted, and then you'd still have time to either have a coffee or have another stim or find a place to sleep. So, oops. Funnily enough, the last run, the one I just lost, I had the option to just run to the forge and sleep there instead of at the bunker. And I was just too greedy. I wanted that free sleep. Yeah, you do instantly lose some health, but your health is rounded to the nearest whole number. So especially with something like exhaustion, where you're losing like 1% health per hour, you can actually sit without seeing a change in your health for quite a while. Now, sometimes, like say you already spent 5 seconds in the cold, so you're at like 99.6% health, but it shows it as still being 100. Then if you were to get tired for just a short amount of time, sometimes it will just instantly drop then because it's closer to the rounding point. And I don't know, guys. This is, it's like, it just doesn't want me to do this tonight. One chance per day. Let's do a couple more attempts. I really just don't want to jump into one of those other saves, because I like the feeling of starting fresh, because it feels like, I don't know, it feels more authentic than just pulling up a save from, you know, a few weeks ago. Without the food exploit and with the cougar. Yeah, so the cougar, in its old form, wasn't really an issue because all you had to do was change regions like every 10 days or something. I forget the exact amount, but it was like easily handleable. So it's really going to depend on what they do with the next version. The food exploit doesn't really matter because a skilled player is going to reach day 46 with 105% health, and they're basically not going to lose health. Like, they might every 500 days lose a point here or there. But, you know, short of something going horrendously wrong and walking into a wolf and losing the run, there just isn't going to be much that can kill, like, the top players. So the problem with that sort of challenge is that if you want to have a mode where you can see, okay, what can the top players really accomplish, you have to make the game get sufficiently hard that it will actually eventually cause them to get killed by the game rather than by boredom. But yeah, like, just for example, one of the things that you can do is you can get all the best clothing, and you can get a snow shelter set up in one of the special spots where you can fish while you're in your snow shelter. So if you do that, then you can pass a lot of time amassing food, and you don't really have anything that you have to worry about during that time, because you're warm for free. And you're getting food. And plus, you know, you can, like, go inside and sleep and all that stuff, too. So at that point, it just becomes a quest to spend as much time as you can passing through time quickly to, you know, rack up the thousands of extra days that you can survive. And, I mean, I've never even had a run go to day 200, so I clearly don't have the patience to do that. Yeah, Dunk, that stuff exists on a spectrum. When I started playing this game, I played on Stalker, and I would play in one region, and it was just right for me. It was quite hard, but not too hard. The snow shelter spots, I think, maybe ask on the Discords, like on Zach's or the main Long Dark. Discord. I'm trying to think. Maybe the Bash-Robe video shows some of the snow shelter spots. I don't know off the top of my head exactly where you should look for that. Well, I hate to end the stream on this note. I think I need to come up with some ideas. Maybe you guys have some. I should have some ideas for just like lighthearted challenge run, like just quick things to do towards the end of a stream. If I lose a run like that, I'd like to have something that I can just jump right into and enjoy for half an hour with you guys, rather than doing something like this where it's just attempting to get a start over and over. Oh, but yeah, so that's where I was trying to go with that. So then I tried to play Loper, and at first it was just impossibly hard. And then eventually I got to the point where I could play Loper, and it got to the point where it was too easy, and I played Nogoa, and that was impossibly hard, and then it became fairly straightforward, right? And so it's this like never-ending thing. And so unfortunately I got good enough at Nogoa and some of the outer challenges that when Misery came out, I already felt that it was a bit too predictable and easy for me because it was kind of a step down from Nogoa in the early game. Hey, Cardboard, are you the one who... Somebody in my chat, I need to go back and find out who it was. Somebody actually did this challenge and made it a long way, like maybe 50 days. Like did the no damage Misery. And I can't remember who it was. Okay, this looks like it might be a start. We're not at a quarter temp yet, and we're practically at the rock.
My fingers feel numb.
It's gonna be tight. Hopefully I don't get caught up on that step again. I have no idea how to prevent that. I don't know what it is, but the game is just not cooperating today. I can't get a start. See, this is where, yep, see, I just got cold right at the end. So this is where it would work to say, well, as long as I don't actually lose a numerical amount, then it's okay. But I don't want to do that because it opens the door to a lot of cheesier strategies. It makes stims so much more powerful. Like I can run around and collect the stims, and then anytime I get into a little bit of trouble, I can just stim to a house and then sleep in it. Like it just makes it a lot easier to, or like I can just stim and then stim again and then drink a coffee, and like I get all that for free. So I think I don't want to start allowing that. But since I can't seem to get a start going, I think I'm just gonna call it here. Let me catch up with chat here, but I think we are gonna end the stream soon. Yeah, lose more runs to boredom. Yeah, that's kind of the issue with playing some of the easier modes. You play on PS4. No, I think you can still toggle sprint on controller. It's just tricky. So the way it works is like as you're moving, you basically press the sprint. So the way I do it, it's kind of down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Where down is me pressing the key down, and up is me releasing the key. You can like play around with it to try to find the right rhythm where you get the most movement speed out of it. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. It's pretty fast, but it's like irregular, and you have to like learn the proper rhythm. Because if you just like jam it up and down like this, you move much slower. And if you like do it too slow, then you get... Actually, maybe I do need to slow mine down. Feels like I could get better running. I might spend more energy that way, though. I'll have to play around with it. Oh, you do use the toggle on the controller? Yeah. Honestly, the thing that's most frustrating about it is if the door was like 5 meters closer, then you could do it in a lot more conditions. It is kind of bad when you have to do like 20 starts in a row and then you still don't get one. Interested in speedrun type or this perfection? I'm not exactly sure what question you're asking there, Dunk. But yeah, I had an idea for a really cool speedrun. I might run like an event. I don't think I'll do like the tournament thing with the prizes.
Too cold to think.
But I was thinking about running an event at some point just for fun. Oh, I see what you're saying. Ideas for stuff to do. Yeah. Yeah, actually I should look, because some of the challenges have speed runs that only last like an hour or so, I think. So I could get some of those and just do like a fun speed run attempt at the end of a stream like this. That's a good idea. But anyway, the event idea I had, I think we still have the Timberwolf save, right? Sam Gamgee. Huh. I must not have the... Oh, there it is. Yeah, I was thinking about doing like a challenge where you have to go from the Mountaineers to the top of the mountain, or, you know, some other route. Like, you could pick almost any route in the whole game where it's just like a speed run to try to get from one spot to the other. But the twist would be that you could set up stuff in advance. So you could like place markers, or you could set up your travois to do a little skip, or you could set up your skillets, or you could just like, right, like you'd have time in advance to brew all your coffees and get all the stems from all over the world. Hey Ted, welcome in. We're about to end, actually. It's past my bedtime. But yeah, I decided to try another night stream just to see how it went. And I do like it, but man, I get really tired really quickly. But yeah, I thought it would be fun to do something like that, because a lot of the speedrun tournament type things just rely on luck. You just have to start over and over and over again to find the coffee, or to get the stems that you need, or get the right weather, right? So there's lots of stuff. But if you had one where you just had as much time as you wanted, and then you saved the game, looked at the time, and then used that as the start time, and then timed it from there to your end time when you get up here, then, do I even remember how to get up to the lane from here? I think I do. You have to do it from over here, right? I think we have to go back. Maybe crouch here? I think we need as much height as possible, so we crouch in here, come along, and then we don't want to go too far before we go back and get some more height, I think. Unless we can go along here. There we go. There it is. Okay. Figured we'd just go up to the summit. End the stream there. A nice cozy spot. But yeah, there's so many cool routes that could be opened up that way. If you had access to a setup time where you weren't being timed. Got my energy back. Let's go up on top of the plane. Oops, almost fell there. This should not be this hard. There we go. Just in time for us to lose this clear night to snow and fog. Looks like it's getting pretty low visibility now. Alright, well, thanks for hanging out, everyone. Man, I'm so sad about that save. 7 days of perfection. Ruined by one bad, well, 3 bad decisions, we'll say. Alright, I'm gonna go get some sleep. Thanks, everyone. Hope you enjoyed it. I may do another stream this weekend. We'll see if I have time on Saturday or Sunday. Usually I have time sometime around noon. So, if you're free, feel free to stop in. Thanks, guys. See you later.